Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to another tech show video. Today we are going to be talking about the Polaroid PMP-288C. This is not a special MP3 player at all. There's nothing super cool about it other than the fact that it has a camera. It's really just for personal reasons. This was one of my first MP3 players, and it still to this day remains my favorite MP3 player, because I just really have good memories with it. I got this back in 2014 for my 11th birthday, and I had so much fun with this MP3 player. And I was looking in the garage a while ago through some old boxes and stuff, and I came across this. This is the original one that I had. However, it does have a little problem. Yeah, there's no screen. That is a little bit of a problem. I remember the screen did come off of this. I was a little bit rough on it probably, but if I remember correctly, the screen was actually loose right out of the box as soon as I got it. So, I mean, it wasn't entirely my fault. This was also one of the last MP3 players that I got, because after it broke, I upgraded to this Samsung phone, which doubled as an MP3 player, which was pretty cool. But yeah, I really wanted to use this, and I was pretty disappointed when I found out that it didn't have a screen. So I went on eBay and I found one. It was actually surprisingly pretty easy to find. This one is supposed to be brand new, but it doesn't look quite like it is. It looks like someone opened the package, and the package is pretty dented. So I hope this works. Here, let's get this out of the way. We're just gonna go ahead and unbox this and see what it was like. So yeah, let's go ahead and unbox this. So down here we have the headphones and an, oops. Anyway, we'll set that aside for a second. Down here at the bottom we have the headphones and an instruction booklet, it looks like. And then up at the top we got a charging cable, which I doubt it has any charge in it, but I kind of hope it does because I don't really want to charge it all up. Alright, let's go ahead and open this up. Now, I don't think this is the original wrapping. I don't remember it having this paper around it like this, but we'll see. It's kind of stuck. Come on out of there. This is harder than it looks. Because of the type of plastic this was made out of, it's sticking to this paper. This MP3 player was made out of that easily scratchable, kind of weird soft plastic. Alright, so, oh boy. Yeah, the screen is separating on this one too, but it looks like the battery is bulging. So yeah, see, this is why the screen came off. If you can see that, the screen's coming off, the battery's bulging. I don't think the battery was bulging on my other one. I don't think that's why it was coming off. I think this is just cheaply made, but I'm not sure. So this does look a little bit used. This looks pretty scratched up, even though it was listed as new, but okay, let's see if it works. Moment of truth. So I don't know if you just have to press on or if there's something else you have to do. By the way, there is a stylus up here that you can pull out. Yeah, there we go. And then, alright, so it's not coming on. That's not a good sign. Maybe it just doesn't have power. I do kind of feel like that bulging battery is a bad sign. Now that I look at it, the bulging battery is actually pressing on the display. So I don't know if this display will even be functional with the bulging battery like that. I'm gonna go ahead and plug it in. I've got my battery bank with me. We can use the included plug-in here. So really the coolest thing about this MP3 player is the fact that it has a camera, which, you know, isn't standard for a lot of MP3 players. That's not something that you often see. I'm pretty sure this camera was like horrible quality, but just the fact that it has a camera is pretty cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a look in the instruction manual to see if there's a reason this isn't turning on or if it's really just broken. So I was right, you do have to press and hold the M button to turn it on. Let's go ahead and switch this switch to off. Still nothing. Alright guys, I can't believe how stupid I am. I was just now editing this, and I realized you can see that it actually did turn on while I wasn't looking. It was actually turning on just as I was turning my battery bank off. Sorry for the stupidity. Let's get on with the video. So either it's broken or it needs some time to charge, which it could be either, but seeing as how swollen that battery is and how the screen is separating, although I do remember my other one had a separating display, so that's probably one thing you should note when buying MP3 players from eBay, especially when they're this old. I think this is a 2012. They might not always work, and in this case, it looks like this one doesn't work. I'm not sure if it just needs time. I don't think it would take this long. There's nothing in the instruction manual about that, and I feel like it should at least be showing a charging screen if it is properly charging. Okay guys, I got it on. I just pressed the power button a bunch of times and unplugged it and replugged it in. Apparently it just needed a little bit of time to start up or something, but it is going now. Sorry about the glare on the screen. This is a pretty bad display on this thing. But yeah, it is working, which is pretty cool. I was just about to give this thing up for dead. I thought it was just completely dead, but wait a sec. This is actually working. Wait, the touchscreen works. Buttons work. Yes, this is working great. I'm actually surprised that this thing is working so well. Yeah, it's just working. Let's try the camera out. Let's try to do some photo. The camera just went white. Okay. Uh-oh. That's probably not a good sign. Alright, well, this thing has a lot more problems than I remembered. Wait, what's it doing now? It's just kind of working and not working at the same time. Well, I'm glad I got it working. I'm pretty sure I can get off this white screen. I'm just gonna let it charge, and then I'm just gonna try to get back to the main menu and get back to the stuff I was doing. So that was the unboxing experience. I'm gonna go ahead, let this charge, then I'm gonna play around with it, and then I'll be right back. Welcome back, guys. It has been 24 hours now that I've been using this thing, and while this has brought back a bunch of memories, this isn't really an MP3 player that I would want to use. I really forgot how bad it was. Let's first talk about the battery situation. Remember how the battery was all puffed up when I unboxed this? Well, I tried to charge it, but it wouldn't charge. It just wouldn't hold the charge. And the battery was puffing up more, and that was damaging the display. It was getting so puffed up to the point where you couldn't use it. And then I also found out that those batteries, if they puff up too much, can explode and cause fire, which is probably something I don't want to happen. So I had to take this apart and take out the battery and dispose of it. So now it is batteryless. It only runs when plugged in, but that's probably the least of its problems. And oh yeah, I tried these headphones out, and they're just as bad as the MP3 player, if not worse. So yeah, those are trash. I'm not even a headphone guy. I like audio equipment and speakers, but I don't listen to a whole lot of things on headphones. However, I was easily able to tell that these were like the worst things I had ever put in my ears. They didn't even work as earplugs. They just sounded awful. These were the worst things I've ever heard. So yeah, get those out of the way. Now, for the MP3 player, I'm gonna go ahead and plug it in and turn it on. So let's first talk about what this thing is supposed to do, and that is play music, because this is an MP3 player, so its main purpose is to play music, right? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. This thing is supposed to be able to play music. Thankfully, at least it does play music, but I was kind of surprised at how badly it plays music even through good headphones. Like I said, I am not an expert on audio, so I figured that I would not be able to tell a difference between this and anything else. But there is a big difference. It sounds completely flat. There is an equalizer. I didn't even bother messing with it because that wouldn't really help much. But the audio was really, really bad. It made my good earbuds sound almost like these. It was so bad, and there was like buzzing, and so I was actually surprised that the music sounded as bad as it did. I don't remember noticing that, but like I said, I don't listen to a whole lot of things on headphones. I mostly plugged these into speakers, and the speakers I had back then were pretty bad too. They were just a pair of old compact computer speakers, I think. But yeah, that was a little bit disappointing that even the music playing part is pretty bad. And you may be thinking, well, what would you expect from a $20 MP3 player? Well, this costs like $15, this phone. When I broke this MP3 player back a long time ago, this is the phone that I replaced it with because it does have a media player, an SD card slot, and a headphone port, which was perfect for what I needed. And this plays music great, and this is like a $15 phone. But yeah, music playing was disappointing. So what about the camera? You can guess what it looked like. I'll put some pictures up. Just a warning, you might want to cover your eyes. These are probably the worst quality photos ever taken on anything. Yeah, that's right. Those photos were taken on this MP3 player with this little camera. I shouldn't have expected anything, but again, I was a little bit disappointed. I thought it would be at least as good as this camera. This phone doesn't have an awesome camera, but it's acceptable at least. The detail on here, there wasn't detail. It was just like a mash of nothing. It was worst photos I've ever seen from anything. Let me know if you've seen photos that are lower quality than what this takes, because I would love and hate to see that. Playing music and the camera, that's pretty much all this thing does other than the video and photos option, which I'm not even going to test out. I don't really want to see what that's like. I am pretty curious about what the recordings sound like on here, so I'm gonna go ahead and record something on here just for fun. I know it's going to be awful. That went just as I expected. There are 3 different settings in this recordings app. 3 different quality settings. Low quality, medium quality, and high quality. And that recording you just listened to was recorded on high quality, the highest quality this thing will record. I'm not even going to try medium or low quality. One more thing about this, it doesn't have a built-in speaker, which is probably a good thing, you know, since that would be probably the worst speaker ever. But I like to have speakers in every single one of my devices, especially an MP3 player. No matter how bad it is, I just like to have a speaker. It just seems like something you should have, especially on an MP3 player. But this one, of course, doesn't have one, so you have to have external speakers or headphones plugged into it at all times. That just seems like completely stupid. How much would it have costed them just to put a cheap little speaker in there? Well, at least you guys don't have to listen to me testing that speaker out, because I would definitely be testing it out if it did have one, but it doesn't. And yes, every time I touch this thing, it leaves gross, rubbery plastic stuff on my hands. It's just completely falling apart. It's just like, take a look at that switch. I don't know if you can see that, but every time you touch this switch, pieces of rubber come off of the switch. So it's kind of like a piece of the switch rubs off. You can see all the scratches that are already on here, and I haven't even scratched it at all. I don't think I've even set it on a table except for this one. And yeah, it's disgusting. Apparently this is some form of rubber reversion or something like that. But yeah, we've kind of gone over everything that this MP3 player can do or can't do. So yeah, if I didn't have any connection to this MP3 player, I definitely wouldn't have it, and I wouldn't have reviewed it. I wouldn't have even reviewed it on this channel. I wouldn't even give it a second look. But because I have so many good memories with this thing, and you know, I love playing with all tech stuff, even if it's not the greatest, that about wraps it up. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a thumbs up, and it would be super awesome if you could subscribe. Thanks so much again for watching. I really appreciate everyone who watches. I will see you in the next video.